Hi, my name is Travis. Tonight I'm going to be covering dotted notes, ties, and triplet notes. So let's start with the dotted notes. So a dotted note equals half the sum of a note. For instance, you got a half note plus a quarter note. Quarter note is half a half note, and that equals a dotted half note. And then you got eighth note, actually a quarter note plus an eighth note equals a dotted quarter note. And then you got quarter note plus actually a 8th note plus a 16th note equals a dotted 8th note. So I'll just name these half note, quarter note, half note, dot. Quarter note, 8th note, quarter note, dot. 8th note plus 16th note equals 8th note, dot. So that covers dotted notes. So now let's cover ties. Now it's important to be aware of the difference between a tie and a slur. So you got the staff and you got, let's see, a quarter note down to a E down, let's do this a G. E down to a D down to a C. So if this right there, that is not a tie. A tie is on the same interval as the note itself. So for instance, if I redo that and do E with an E, this is a tie. And that tie, what a tie does is tie, so right there that equates two notes. So you hold, this is a hold. Tie equals a hold. So if this was a quarter note or a half note, this would, excuse me, I'm on a video please. Half note, that would be holding for two extra. So let's just say this was 4/4. And then you got 1, 2 plus 3. Since a half note equates two notes, or actually two beats. And that's 4 whatever you want there. So that covers a tie. And right now we'll cover triplets. So you got quarter note, you can create a triplet, and it equals equals something like that, 3. So that could cover in a 4x4 time, 4 beats. So there's 3 beats and a 4-beat measure, if that makes sense. It's really difficult to come across something like that. I don't think that's very common. Another common is 8th note, so this will look something like that, triplet. And then 16th note looks something like this. And that's 3. So That covers it. So let's review it. Let's review beats, because I think that's what's important. Whole note, half note, chord note, eighth note, 16th note. So what this would look like in a 4x4. So remember what the time signature. There's a quarter note gets 4 beats. So what is the quarter note? That gets 4 beats in a measure. So that is a measure. This is one entire measure. So an eighth note would look something like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 notes, or you can do it like that. And that's what that would look like. And a 16th note would look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of extending, but that's what that would all cover in one measure, a 16th note. Half note, 2, and that one is one whole note. So there you got 1 whole note, 2 half notes, 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eighth notes and 16th notes. So that's all. This is supposed to be in a measure, so that kind of it extends it a bit, but that's how you count beats. And triplets are the same thing. A triplet, if you did a triplet here for this would be 1 triplet, and it'd make more sense to do a triplet in eighth note fashion. So a triplet would be like this. So that's what it, so there's 4 subdivisions of 4, and that's the 16th note, and they're eighth notes that's covering. So that covers a beat. Beats usually start, you know, when you turn on, I wish this worked, but it doesn't, but it's supposed to go like 120 in a measure. I think the battery is just not working. So basically, I think this one works though. So the problem right now I'm having is that I have really cheap anyways, this is not working. I'll have to find a way to get that to work, because I'll discuss tempo a different date, but this is basically tempo. Tempo is a beat, and that's it. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.